Hello, beautiful brides and handsome grooms. I'm Atlanta Music DJ, and this is EllaEventsAtlanta.com. Say hello, Ella Events. Say hi, beautiful brides. Say hi, pretty brides. Can you say hi, beautiful brides? Say hi. Don't be shy. We have to speak up.
Say hi.
Spit our heads up. Say, I'm strong.
I'm strong.
I'm smart.
I'm smart.
And I'm beautiful.
I'm beautiful.
And my name is Ella.
My name is Ella.
Good girl. Let me see those muscles. Oh, good job. Say bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Okay, so like I promised, I want to go ahead and hit the ground running with some, information on, again, this basically, I mean, to whoever it may concern or whoever it may help, however it may help you wherever you're at in your business as far as the mobile DJ business or even the wedding industry or just event. We want you to have good intention. We want you to understand that there's going to be small little failures and hiccups along the way. We want you to push through, and we want you to become better than you are. So with that said, on the next video, that's what we'll do. We'll really take the time. Right now, I'm going to have to head up into Joanne's, and I'm going to show you. You're going to come in there with me because we're answering a question from the past that came up. And we're going to do another video on answering questions from the past. And that's going to be questions that have been asked to me. So I want you to look out for that one as well, too. But what I want you to think about right now, I want you to think about as you're listening to this and you're a mobile DJ in your first year, your 5-year, or your 10-year into the business, or even longer, wherever it fits to you. You have to create a business plan. And if you have not created a business plan, and I didn't do that at first myself, and then I did as I realized that things were really picking up, you're going to just be spinning your wheels and wasting your time. You may get a little pocket change here and there, but it's not going to be, you're not going to be efficient and sufficient enough in your business and effective enough in your goals. If you have goals. So you really don't have goals unless you actually write them down. So write them down, create a business plan. Also, you want to be engaged in the business plan just as much as you are engaged in the creative side of the business, the actual groundwork of the business, the creative side of the business. I want you to think about that as well too. I'm going to do some commentary or some narration as we walk in, so I really won't be talking too much. But what I will do is we're going to go up in there. I'm going to be answering one of the questions that was asked to me a while back. The question was, hey Rocky, are you still making your own scrims? I noticed that you had the Scrim Kings, and what was the question? Can you show me how to make them, or how do you make them, or what are you doing? Now, I think I packed away already because I'm packing and getting ready to move the sewing machine. So I don't think I'm going to be showing you exactly how to sew it, but I'm going to walk you through on how I did it though. I'll actually show you one as well too. So what we're going to do is go in there and we will take a look at the actual fabric itself. Okay, so we're going to take a look at the fabric and where to buy. We're going to go inside Joanne's Fabrics and Crafts, wherever you may be. If you have a fabric store, if you want to get Joanne's Fabrics and Crafts, you can go in there. You can actually go online and find a coupon. They're usually a 40 or 50% off coupon on a one item product. They send them out like once every couple weeks, and you can get about 40 or 50% off of your purchase of your fabric. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so we're walking into Joanne Fabrics here, and I didn't want to point the camera at anybody, so I just went ahead and kind of faced it downwards. Depending on where you're at, you obviously want to go to the fabric side. There's like a craft side and like other knickknack side and a framing side. Just go to the fabric side of the store, however the store is set up for you. You kind of want to look in the mid section of the store. There's going to be kind of like two aisles that it looks like kind of slick fabric. You're going to have to look around a little bit. Look at the white ones or the black ones. You're going to see clearly that some of the fabrics that it's not to your fitting. It's not going to be the $5.99 one, 100% polyester. You don't want that one. We obviously want it to stretch, and that's not a stretchable one. So here I am walking around a little bit. I thought I was on this aisle. Kind of looked around. I said, well, I think it's on the other side of the aisle. So here I am walking around. I think I went like one or two aisles down. I was kind of looking in the aisle here. There's people standing near me, so I didn't want to point the camera. So here I am. looking for it, and then I said, wait a minute, this is not it, and I think I saw it over to the left hand side. Okay, so here I'm going to show you a couple different ones. So here's the white one here. It says performance on that. It's not the 1999 one. No shimmer in that one at all. It's actually this one right here. It's the Dance and Swim Knits. It's 82% nylon, 18% spandex. It's $16.99. And it has a nice shimmer to it. If you look closely there, I'm not sure if you can see this. Yeah, shimmerness. That's the outside that where you want exposed to your booth. So I'm pulling it so you can see it. And I'm going to show you that's a $16.99 one. So it's the Dance and Swim Knits, 82% nylon, 18%. Okay, so and then the same thing with the black one. There is a black one in there. It's $16.99. Dance and Swim Knits, 82% nylon, 18% spandex. It has a nice shimmer to it. If you can see that there, you can clearly see it in the black there. That's the side that you want facing towards your the dance floor or whatnot. All right, so it comes in white and a black. And let's go ahead and take a look at the other video here. I don't have the access to the sewing machine right offhand, and I wanted to get this video out to you as soon as possible because there was someone that had requested it. I want to thank that person for subscribing and following. There was someone that requested to take a look and see how I did the scrims and how they look, how I did them. Now, I would recommend you using a sewing machine of some sort so it could be a little bit better done. You can do this with hand. Now the fabric that we saw at the store, what it did is you want to pull that fabric out of the slot. You want to take it over to the lady who cuts the fabric in the store, wherever you're at, whatever country or city that you're in, and you have fabric at that store. So again, if you're using black or white, it doesn't matter which one, this is the way you want to do it. What works best for me is ask her to cut 5 feet long, okay? So about 5 feet long. Now, typically the speakers are going to be a little bit 5 feet and higher, right? Reason why 5 feet long is because you're going to have a little fold at the end here. You're going to have a little bit of folding and sewing here. It's going to shorten the fabric, which will actually, you can extend beyond that 5 feet when you're putting up your speaker stand, and it'll give it a good stretch. I've done a couple of these already I've made. I'm using now Scrim Kings now. And I've done a few of these already, and I will use these for larger events, but I've noticed that 5 feet has worked best every time I've made one of these. Now, so you have 5 feet you laid out of the fabric, and it's going to be a wide fabric. It's going to be a lot wider. It's going to be double the width from here to about over here, right? There's going to be a line in that crease. What I want you to do is I want you to cut it directly in half. So the long way, you cut it directly in the center of the fabric. So then you'll have two of these pieces. There'll be 5 feet from here, 5 feet from here, and you cut it right down the middle. You'll have a second one exactly the same width, and 5 feet from there, 5 feet from there. All right, that's going to give you two. So ask the lady to cut the fabric into one 5 foot length, bring it home, and cut it directly in half. So you have two 5 foot lengths. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take one end of the 5 foot. And remember I told you there is a shimmery part? That's the part that we want exposed. And there's a little bit lesser of a shimmery part. So we don't want to expose that part. We want to expose the slightly shimmered part. And it's going to be a little bit better. And how are you going to ensure that that shimmery part is going to be exposed? This part, we want to fold on top of the shimmery part, the front part that we want to expose. We want to fold it that way. I left a good 2 inches, and I folded all the way across, as you can see, and all the way to the other side. Then what you want to do, you can do it by hand, or I would suggest using a sewing machine, is you want to fold that 2 inches. You want to sew that 2 inches, sew it as good as possible. The reason why I use a sewing machine, because I found that it works a lot better for long lasting and wear and tear, and you can't tear it apart. The sewing machine works really, really well. By hand, it may be a little bit more difficult, but if you can go over it a few times, you can. So again, on one end of the 5 foot length, on one end, fold it up to about 2 inches. That can give you a good circumference when you wrap it around the bottoms of your speaker stands. You want to fold it again on top of the best part, the shimmery part. And so what you're going to have is you're going to have kind of like the sewed part, the little fabric that's kind of sewed there. You can see that. And once you're done sewing that in, you fold it opposite. So now you have a nice part right here on this side. And you fold it back. Take the other side and do the same thing. So the kind of like the ugly side of the sewing, refold it in. So now that nice part is going to be the one that's exposed, and there's not going to be any threading or ugly sewing kind of looking. You're going to have that part exposed. Alright, so let's look at the top. Okay, so let's pretend that this is the top part of the opposite. Down there, the other side of the 5-foot part is the 2 inches that we folded, and we sewed each corner into the best side of the fabric and then refolded it out, right? So that's the other side over there. Here's the other top part. Now we have it flat. Okay, the other 5-foot part. Let's pretend that this is the top part here because I already did it, so I'm pretending. So basically what you want to do is you kind of want to fold it dead center between the two ends, like so, and make sure it's even on both ends. Okay? Then what you do is you keep that folded, and I'm going to show you now the finished product the way I did it. You want to fold it into the better, again, exposing the better side. So here, let me fix this real quick. So now you folded it. Okay, now it's again, so now you folded it in half. So that longer length, that longer 5-foot end piece, there's the folded side over there, the 2-inch folded side. Now you fold it directly in half. And what you're going to do, and you could do just this simply this way, just a good, maybe like half an inch in, just a half an inch in, sew it all the way down, sew it a good amount down. I sewed it probably 2 inches down. What you can do is you can sew it another 4 inches down if you choose to. What I did, I went a little bit extra, is I sewed 2 inches in and then I stopped. And then I left it open there, and then I skipped 2 inches, and then I sewed another 2 inches, or another inch here. So I kind of have like an open spot here. See that? And then these two parts are sewed. Alright, so that's, again, folded in half. And what's going to happen is you're going to, again, just like we did the ends on the other side, you're going to refold this back out like so. So it's not nice, it's all nice, and there's no thread showing, and there's the outside exposed. So this part is going to sit on the speaker stand on the top, and then your cables can slide through there and hide inside. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the finished product. We'll take a close look at it. Now the 2-inch part that we folded over and we sewed on the two sides, we're going to go ahead and pull that out. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to get that side, that little notch there, you're going to put the end of your leg in there. Alright, just put it in there like that. And then the other side, you're going to put it in there like so. Okay? And if there's a little bit of looseness there, just go ahead and widen the legs a little bit, and that way you can get a little bit of extra pull from your fabric, so it looks a little bit nicer. Now we're going to pull it up, and we're going to anchor it up on top. Let me bring the camera up here so you can see what I'm doing. So there you go. It's kind of anchored on the leg there. And it's folded, a good 2 inches covering, so it's anchored on the leg there. You see how that goes there? So it's folded, so it's a nice flush bottom. Okay, nice and flush close to the bottom, not seeping up. Now let's come right up here. Okay, I'm going to interrupt real quick. So here's where I pull the fabric over the pole, and then I'll put the speaker on top of that pole with the fabric on it. Many people may think that you have a problem with it. It depends on your speaker. If you have a problem putting the speaker on top of the pole with the fabric over it, just like you see there, just right there, then I would recommend getting a kind of a DJ clamp, just getting a clamp, putting it underneath the speaker on the pole, and then you can hook the fabric on top of that clamp that way if you have a problem with it. My speakers don't have a problem with it. I use the EVs, but you may. So it really depends. I did that to a couple of other pairs. I don't have that right now, but or you can just leave it like so. And I'll just take a step back and show you. So there is your speaker stand scrim. Nice and snug. And at least it gives you one side. So there's a good starter scrim. It gets a good starter to start with. I hope this helped again. I'm sorry I didn't have the sewing to actually show you the hands-on, but this gives you an idea, and I hope you liked it. If this helped you out, go ahead and please like the video at the bottom, and give me a thumbs up. If you do like these videos, please go ahead and subscribe, and I have some more other videos coming again, and they won't just be kind of startup, like just getting started videos. We'll get some more ideas on the business itself, and we're also kind of moving along how you can move a little bit faster into the business. We want you to be successful. All right, take care. This is Rocky with Atlanta Music DJ and Ella Events. Atlanta, wishing you the best of health, happiness, and success. Love and respect all people and all things living.